Hi, one and all. How you all doing here? So I have the monitor over here and the camera over here, so I'm going to try not to look over here, but whatever happens, happens. So my name is Ernie Rivera, if you don't know, and I just really wanted to catch you guys up on what I've been doing this summer. So for those of you who don't know, I ended up going into a completely new line of work, or that is to say, I'm trying to get into a brand new line of work. And some of you know that I was in SAG-AFTRA and I was an actor for years, and I was doing that business. I got a degree in theater arts, and well, that is to say performing arts, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the work, but I really wanted to switch it up to something, and I started up at Cal Poly, and at Cal Poly I started not really knowing what I wanted to get into, but knowing that I had a lot of energy to get into something. Do you know what I mean? And so I signed up for electrical engineering, which I thought would be really beneficial to me, and it really was. And I just feel like it taught me a lot, but I don't know if that was exactly for me or if it was more of just something I was interested in, but I ended up steering into economics. And when I was doing economics, I just really enjoyed the work. I was really all about that, and I loved the work I was doing. And so here I am with a few units left to go on my degree in quantitative economics, and it's a really interesting field. It's just like it's so different than anything I was doing, but I could see how beneficial it is to everything I need to build yet. And so this summer I did a lot. I did like 5 classes, and I started 2 Google certificates. And the Google certificates we could talk about another time if you guys want, just like mention in the comments. It was in project management, and it was in quantitative analysis. So let me know if you guys want to hear more about that a little later. Or excuse me, not quantitative analysis, data analytics. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to hear about that later. But so I did 2 classes at Cal Poly. I did 1 class at another college and 1 class at another college, because it's the summer, so everything's online. It makes it a lot easier for you to, if you just want to check things out. And one of the things that I really want to do for some time now, but I didn't start up, was a school was a program I wanted to start with Harvard Business School and their online component, the Harvard Business School Online. And I had applied to them before, and if you want to know what that was like, that's a whole other story. I can get into that a little later. I can tell you my thoughts and opinions about the whole matter. But so I applied, and I was able to secure a spot in one of their classes, and the class I picked was Leading with Finance. And if I could just real quick let you know what that went over. Like, we went over financial analysis, finance versus accounting, capital markets, creating value, valuation, and capital allocation. And that was like eye-opening, because here's the thing. So the things I did in my life previous, and I'm already, I'm not 20 anymore, but the things I was doing previously didn't necessarily prepare me for economics and business and what have you. So I felt that's something I was really lacking, and I wanted to become stronger, more fit in that area. So I started in economics, and while I had that math behind me, because I had gone up to differential equations, linear algebra, so like the math was behind me, but there was so much jargon in economics that I was not accustomed with. So after finishing a few classes in that area, it was summertime, and I signed up for a few more, as I just told you, and I really felt that I needed to catch up quickly. I knew that I had been accepted previously for the class with Harvard Business School Online, so I picked the class I wanted to engage in this summer, and I picked Leading with Finance again. And I felt that I hoped that it would really prepare me for finishing up my degree in economics and maybe making myself more more interesting to prospective employers, as I was going to try to get into investment banking. So So I did the class, and what I really liked about it was how well structured it was. I mean, it kept you engaged, it kept you on top of your material, but it also kept you engaged with classmates, other cohort members. And I thought it was really cool to learn their stories, because while most of the people were from the United States who were taking the class, we had people from the Middle East, from Europe, from different parts of the world, and it was really cool to get to engage with them. A lot of them were already professionals with years of experience under the belts. So I think I was hoping to get that confidence of someone. I feel that someone at this stage in a career, right? Even though I'm catching up because I'm entering from a different career, I feel should have like a certain level of comfort and experience and confidence with the material. And while I know that will come in time, I needed something to help catch me up, and that's really what it did for me. You know, not only did it get me accustomed to using all the jargon that I had been hearing in my economics classes, but it got me really confident in my ability to grasp, to understand, to retain, and to interpret said data, said topics. And so I honestly, in that respect, I could not be happier with it. For those of you who want to know how affordable it is, you know, I would say that, let me see here. Yeah, I'd say when compared to like even state schools, the class itself was reasonably affordable. Now the thing is that the units don't transfer over to regionally accredited universities. Although I do believe they have one called the core program, and in the core program, which is credential of readiness, something like that for business, their units will transfer only because there are extra restrictions they place on you in order to get them to transfer, not the least of which is like more money for tuition. And that makes sense. Why did I take this class? I mean, yes, I wanted to get more comfortable with it, and it really did get me more comfortable, more confident with the material. I'd say, you know, it's also about it's also about you know, when you're young, you hear certain names and there's a certain level of prestige associated with it, and with the people who have been there, who have come from there. And for me, that was always Harvard, and I always wanted to there are a couple places I always wanted to learn from. I always wanted to learn some things, like especially with astronomy or astrophysics from Stanford. You know, I was really interested in filmmaking from NYU. There's some great acting programs out here, and like just so many places. But like Harvard was one of the ones that I really felt strongly about, passionately about, especially in business. And so I feel like I really got a lot out of the course, and I feel like I have been made more attractive to prospective employers who may be considering me for investment banking positions, analyst positions, etc., etc. So was I happy with my experience? Yeah, I think I was really, really happy with my experience, and I'm really glad I got to share that with you all. Again, like if you want to know anything about my experience, or if you want to maybe ask me some different questions about, like for instance, I'm right now, as I'm finishing this degree, I'm considering a Master's of Liberal Arts with Harvard Extension School. And Harvard Extension School right now, like I said, I wanted to get more into the finance side of things. So while I'm looking for work and while I'm securing a position, I may be attending at Harvard for their Masters of Liberal Arts in Finance, and I'm really excited about that. Again, if you want me to tell you about the application process, about how to get into certain places, if you'd like me to tell you about that, I can tell you about that. Whether or not like my experiences at different places, you know, whatever you guys want to hear about, just put it in the comments, and I'd love to answer you guys. Thank you so much. Like, it felt so good making a video with you guys, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.